You're welcome.
Thank you. This is your house?
Yeah.
It's flooded. Here's the bed here. It's soaking wet.
If the nation is cool, it will be coffee.
You know the Africa?
Africa.
What about Africa?
What do I know about Africa?
We are here.
Soldiers are the one fighting.
How old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
You're 18?
Yeah.
Wow, you're very mature. You just got to be careful. See, there's one just there now.
Gangs.
There's gangs here.
Yes, they used to attack cars.
Yeah, I've got permission. I think he wants money, right?
You know the situation of South Sudan.
Yeah.
They have war.
So they work all day long, every day, just so they can eat one meal. It's actually a graveyard, but people are living on top of the graves. So this is the kitchen, obviously, right? And then this is the bedroom. We just saw a soldier on the ground with his hands tied behind his back and somebody had taken his gun off him. South Sudan, the world's newest country, only gaining independence in 2011. And after gaining that independence, plummeted into civil war.
South Sudan's civil war.
Ethnic-based violence.
400,000 died. 4 million were displaced.
That civil war has now led to the near collapse of the country.
Although fighting has died down in some areas of the country, it continues to rage on in others. Hunger and malnutrition rife throughout the country. South Sudan is the world's most dangerous country for an aid worker.
South Sudan is the most violent place in the world for aid workers,
with humanitarians constantly being targeted. Tribal violence occurs every single day. Flooding has absolutely ravaged the country.
The people who live here have never experienced anything like this.
My house is still underwater.
Vast areas lie underwater.
I've wanted to go to South Sudan for a long time. This trip has been 2 years in the making.
The world's youngest country is tearing itself apart.
Civil war has torn the world's youngest country apart.
So I can live and die here like this.
Rapid descent into civil war has broken.
But there isn't much the US or its allies can do.
Your name? My name is Divi.
The near collapse of the country.
Nice to meet you.
Fighting each other.
This is where it gets very dangerous.
Welcome back to Juba, capital city of South Sudan here. Today we're going to go through the town, have a look around the city, some different areas. Later we're going to go to this big slum camp area where people are basically fleeing from violence. But for now, we're going to go explore the city, see what this relatively undocumented country has to offer. So we've just arrived at this, it's actually a graveyard, but people are living on top of the graves. Hello?
Initially this was a graveyard, but the government has closed and fenced it off. But you have seen people have encroached and settled on it, and this is where they are with their families.
Estella, nice to meet you.
Yeah, shukran.
Nick, is this wine or moonshine?
It's actually alcohol.
Yeah, moonshine.
They call it waragi or moonshine.
And then they sell that, right? And that's the income. This is where she lives. Thank you, shukran. Shukran. So this is the kitchen, obviously, right? And then this is the bedroom. It's quite nice in here.
Sorry?
It's quite nice.
Yeah.
Nice, like floor has plastic on it, and the beds, and it's waterproof. Does it flood?
Yeah, it is still.
The water comes in.
They have nowhere to go, and if they had a better place to go, they wouldn't want to be.
So they don't
this
like
is
it.
The last resort. Yeah.
Last resort. What are your thoughts?
The situation has forced them to come and live on the graves where they are. They know it's bad, but they have nowhere to sleep. You have seen with their children, they have been here for the last 1 decade. But then they have no choice. I'm sorry to say, as a South Sudanese citizen, 10 years after independence, citizens should have been living better life than this. This is not what they deserve, and really it has to change. Look at these kids. This is a generation that is lost. They're not going to school. They don't know any other better life outside of the cemetery where they live with their parents.
What's your name again?
My name is Kula. It's my brother. Please, man.
Brother.
You know the Africa?
Africa.
What about Africa?
What do I know about Africa?
We are here.
Yeah.
I love my home.
Yeah?
I'm from Juba.
Okay.
You know?
Great man.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
More and more. We are Africa. We know everything. Conga.
Ciao.
We are the family.
Okay, so we've arrived at this riverside area, but we just saw a soldier on the ground with his hands tied behind his back, and somebody had taken his gun off him. They were holding the AK-47. It was civilians had taken a weapon off a soldier and tied him down because he was wasted drunk and like threatening people apparently with his guns. So it's just super intense. Yeah, I've got permission. Yeah. We have permission. So they're collecting this water weed, and I assume they're eating it. People going across the river. There's a slum on the other side of the river. There's cartons of beer here as well, empty bottles, full bottles.
For 2,000.
4 for 2,000.
Yeah, for 2,000.
Okay, and did you catch these fish?
Eh?
You catching from the river?
Yeah.
River?
Okay.
You?
Yeah. For me, yeah.
Right.
I'm catching, yeah.
Shukran.
Okay, great.
We had to get out of that place because although it seemed calm, apparently there's lots of undercover agents in there, and what had actually happened there was that soldier had tried to shoot a colleague of his and he was drunk, like I said, and they had to pin him down and tie him up. Then this car showed up and thought that we were there to film what had happened, but it was just a coincidence. There's lots of plainclothes people around that you don't know what they actually do for a job. Sometimes you'll see soldiers driving super fast down the street, beeping and clearing the road, then like a convoy of like 8 brand new Toyota Land Cruisers, the highest versions of them. And there's soldiers everywhere here, but yeah, you just got to be careful. See, there's one just there now, so yeah, you can see I'm a bit on edge. It's just you have to be super careful with the camera here. People are everywhere. If I didn't have this paperwork and clearance, I would have been locked up many times already. Anyway, can't talk for too long, gotta move on. We were just driving along the roadside, tires on fire. And what they're doing is they burn tires and put it next to rocks, and they heat up the rocks so that they can break apart the rocks. And you'll see ladies on the side of the road breaking down rocks and selling them on the side of the road to builders. And this is how they do it. Let's go have a look. So you can see these massive boulders here. So they'll start them like that, and then you can see they're breaking apart. And this is all metal from the tires. And they'll break them into smaller pieces and they'll keep breaking them down. Look at all the metal from the tires. So much rubber burning. So this guy's burning the rubber from the tires to get the bead of the tire, the metal.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Yeah, good. Doing a good job, thanks.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
Yeah. You're Shina for free, eh?
I think he wants money, right?
No matter, I'm just...
Are you joking?
I'm just joking, yeah.
Thanks, man. So you see that area with the white houses? That's the slum camp that I was talking about earlier. That's what you're going to see later. It's going to be pretty heavy, I think. How is life here?
We hate South Sudan because people are fighting a lot. People are hearing guns.
Do you hear guns a lot?
Yeah.
In Juba?
And they are killing people. That's why we hate South Sudan. If you have a scholarship, you need to go from this country.
You want to leave?
Yeah, you need to leave the country.
And many people want to leave?
And many people, a lot of people want to leave this country because we have no peace.
Do you think South Sudan will get better or no?
It will not get better.
There is a lot of corruption in the country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Tribalism.
Tribalism.
People don't love each other.
Don't love each other?
Yes.
Okay, so we've arrived in the camp here. The sad thing is a lot of people can't actually leave this camp. These are actually protected and there's a big fence around with barbed wire. They're allowed to leave, but if they do leave because of the intertribal violence, these people in this camp are of a different tribe, so they get targeted, and that's actually why they're living here. They fled from all around South Sudan to come here for refuge, essentially. What's your name?
Sudann.
Sibel? Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. What was your name, sir?
Vega.
Vega?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Nick. And how is life here?
Somehow.
It's okay or bad?
Somehow.
Somehow, so not good.
Yeah.
So there's like street gangs.
Yeah. There are those groups.
And they come around and they like take your belongings.
Take your phone and take your whatever you have in your pocket.
So is it quite dangerous here?
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Yeah.
How old are you?
25.
25.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Are your parents back
in the village?
In the village, right. How far?
3 days or 4 days.
4 days?
Yeah, with a car.
In a car?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. This is your house?
Yeah.
Hello. Good, how are you?
Fine.
Wow, nice to meet you. You speak English?
No.
Ah, nice to meet you.
No, there's no.
Okay, so it's all mud floor and it's flooded and there's buckets here and see, that's water. And here's the bed here. It's soaking wet. It's damp. Yeah, it's wet. The mattress is wet, right? And so, do you get sick? Like you coughing from?
Yeah. If next time is cool, it will be more coffee and ice.
Right.
Because of this situation.
Yeah. And what's the wood for here? Are you selling this wood?
To renew this house.
Okay, so you're working and you buy this wood to fix your house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where I get this one for.
Yeah, you need new plastic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the water comes through and like there's this bucket over here. And where did you get the bed from?
From market.
Market?
Yeah, in 2018.
In 2018 you bought this mattress. How much did it cost?
This one.
Yeah.
40,000.
40,000. Okay.
And then this one 30,000. This bed.
Oh, so the frame was 30,000 and the mattress 40,000.
Yeah, they are different. Yeah.
Okay.
All of them they are 7,000.
He doesn't advise me to go where he's from because there's no food. He says that people work all day long, 7 days a week, long hours, hard work, like physical work, so they can have 1 meal a day. Hello. Nice to meet you. All the kids. Hi. Bye-bye. As you can probably tell, this is basically a refugee camp for people from South Sudan to be protected. It's actually called a Protection of Citizen Camp, POC. So people who are in risk of armed groups attacking them, they come here in their own country. It's pretty grim, but the kids are, hello. They're very smiley, but obviously you've heard they're going through absolute nightmare of a situation. So we've come to a local butcher here in the camp. Who's the main market? Can everybody afford meat here?
People try to get meat, but not everyone can afford, as you know.
What is life like living in this camp? Is it difficult or is it pleasant?
So he has been here for the last 3 months only, and he seems to be appreciating it.
Why did you come here 3 months ago?
He only came as a businessman.
Okay, so it's purely business.
It's purely business.
Right.
He's not an IDP himself.
Okay.
He's a businessman.
Shukran. All right. So we've drawn quite the audience, as you can see, but we're here with Kankil. Is that right?
Yes.
And how old are you, Kankil?
I'm 20 years old.
20?
Yeah.
Right. You're quite tall.
Yeah.
Tall man. Yeah. And how long have you lived in this camp for?
I have 12 years.
How long? 12?
Yeah.
12 years?
Yes.
And can you leave the camp? Can you go out into the city?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Why?
But because I don't have a transport for going there.
Is it dangerous?
And the situation is very worse. You know the situation of South Sudan,
Yeah.
the after war.
It's dangerous, yeah. And do you hope to go back to your village or your town one day?
I want to go to our area there, but the situation is not good there.
So you have to stay because it's just too dangerous to leave?
Yes.
What's life like in this camp?
But the life is calm, but it's not good.
Not good?
Yeah, it's not good.
Why? What's bad?
Because now we see around us, now we are not top life.
You're hungry?
Yes.
Right.
You know me, I'm very thin.
You're skinny?
Because it's never good.
Yeah. And you're a tall guy?
Yeah. That is why.
Right, and are you with your family or alone?
It's me alone.
Just you?
Yes.
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Good luck. We've come to a local restaurant here and some of the ladies are going to show us what they're cooking. Right. Oh, you're just boiling the water? Hi, my name's Nick.
My name's
Zanjo.
Nice to meet you. You live in the camp?
Yeah, I live here in the camp.
And can you leave the camp or you have to stay?
If things goes well, maybe we can. Like now, what I can see, things are not well. Here, like in South Sudan, things are not going well now.
Okay.
We have lost a lot of things. Actually, we know it. That's why we are here. We don't have homes to stay. That's why we are living in the camp.
What happened to your homes?
We lose everything, actually.
What what happened? Did somebody come and take your house?
Our properties, everything, we lose them.
Right.
Yeah.
And how long have you lived here for? How many years?
Since 2013.
2013?
Yeah, up
so
to now.
9 years?
Yeah, 9 years.
You don't think that you'll be leaving soon?
We don't, if things goes well, actually,
right.
That's whereby maybe we'll go. But if things are like that, maybe we'll stay here.
Can you explain some of the things, like that's really bad violence?
By that time, I was very young. Like, we used to see just people are fighting, like soldiers are the one fighting.
Shooting?
Yeah, they are shooting themselves. That's why we ran here.
They're fighting each other?
Yeah.
And do they shoot?
Yeah, they shoot.
Local people?
Yeah.
Okay. And your parents you came here with, or alone?
Yeah, my parents are here with me.
Okay. And how old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
You're 18?
Yeah.
Wow, you're very mature. Oh well, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Have a good day. You take your time. I don't want to rush you. Yeah. Okay, so we've come into the local supermarket here, and we're here with my young, right?
Yeah.
And do you own this business?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. And how is life here? Because some people we've spoken to say it's not good, some people say it's okay. What do you think?
So sometimes there is a certain difficult issue with those gangs.
There's gangs here?
Yes, they used to attack us to take all this.
What, like are they young boys? Or?
Young boys, yeah. When they come, they try to take something here.
They rob you?
Yeah. If you tell them I don't have it, they try to fight you. And
try to fight you?
Anyway, if you make a business, you compromise. I brought these things from market. We faced many difficulties on the roads. Any checkpoint, they used I used to pay them the tax.
Like bribe?
Yes.
Yeah.
To pass my things. If I don't pay, they detain.
They take your goods.
They take my goods.
And are you from South Sudan originally?
South Sudan.
Yeah. From Juba or?
I'm a South Sudanese.
Yeah. You're very, like South Sudanese people are very tall, right?
Yeah.
Like tallest people in the world. It's amazing, yeah. I feel like this tall right now. It's amazing, yeah. Many people in the world don't know much about South Sudan, because we don't hear about much, in Europe or America. So what's life like here? Is it good or is it bad or is it in between?
Since the crisis began in South Sudan, the life is totally changed.
Changed for the worse?
Yes.
Okay. For the last 10 or so years?
Yes.
It's been bad?
Yeah.
Right.
Life is too difficult.
And do you think it'll get better or no?
No.
No, worse?
Worse.
Keep going down?
Yes.
Oh, really? You're sure?
I'm sure.
100%? Okay. And what needs to change for that not to happen?
The only thing we need is a peace.
Peace?
Yeah.
No more fighting?
No more fighting.
Violence?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm good.
Are
you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you?
Yes.
Okay, great. This is one of the local ways to make money, so they get charcoal delivered.
Money.
Money.
No money.
No money.
No money.
No good.
No, if there was way you could get money, you would not do it. But this is the only option where you can raise some money to make ends meet.
So we've just come to this UNICEF clinic here. This is where they give out something called RUTF, which is ready-to-use therapeutic food. 500 calories for one of these, and it's for malnourished kids. It's basically like a scientifically formulated peanut butter along the lines of that, if I could compare it to any food. They give these to the severely malnourished kids. So this armband measuring tape here measures for malnutrition. Green is in the clear, and red is severe malnutrition, and yellow is in between. Nakan used to be red, but now yellow.
Yes.
So we've met another child here called Bumkos, and we're going to measure the arm right now. So that's severe.
Severe.
It's red, yeah. So now eating the RUTF, and then hopefully in a month it might be yellow. Okay, wonderful. What would happen if you couldn't get these RUTF?
If she didn't get this, chances are it could have worsened, or even she could lose the child to malnutrition.
The RUTF is so essential.
Very.
You can see some pretty hard-hitting scenes in there, but some hopeful stories as well. Okay, so we've come into this hospital area, which is actually for children who are facing severe malnutrition, but with added medical issues. So we're here with Hadir, right? Okay, and why are you here?
I brought a child.
You brought your child, and your child is malnourished? Is it hard to get food for you? Yeah, it is hard? Hungry baby? Yeah, okay. Can't eat? He's sick? And how long have you been in this hospital for?
Almost for 6 days today.
6 days? How long do you think you'll stay?
It's according to the healing of the baby.
And what's your baby's name?
It's called Junior.
Junior?
Yeah.
Oh wow, beautiful.
He can't see, he can't sit, even he can't support his neck.
He can't see?
Yeah, he's blind.
He's blind?
Yeah.
Okay. You're very worried about your baby?
Yeah, when the baby is sick, I'll be worried.
You're worried? Thank you very much. Thank you. Good luck. We're here with Powell, and you're you're the main surgeon in this hospital here?
Yeah.
How important is the RUTF in the children's life?
It's really very nutritious and high protein calories, magnificent. Like it does magic.
Right.
Yeah.
The magical potion.
Yeah. You see them, they come skinny, skin on bone, and then you discharge them once they're stabilized, and then after 2-3 months you can't believe it. Running, joyful, and all these things.
Amazing.
So it's really wonderful.
Changes lives.
Yeah.
Saves lives.
Yes.
What's it like in South Sudan? Like, can you just let me know the situation generally?
South Sudan is a new country, but yet we have hardship. But with time we shall overcome them.
You're hopeful?
Yeah, I'm very hopeful.
That's beautiful.
Yes. Without hope, there is no reason for to live. You can come and visit South Sudan. It's not that insecure as it's being projected. All people are friendly, and you can come and taste our food. South Sudan is lovely people, friendly people, and we really need your help for us to come and stand on our feet.
You're a very positive man, Powell.
Yes,
thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Saving lives. Quite the experiences there. I'm not getting paid at all by UNICEF to make these videos. This is just showing their programs. Junior, the blind, malnourished child. Very saddening scenes, to say the least. But the hope that they have is these things, RUTF, ready to use therapeutic food. $10 will buy 30 of these. So that's 30 meals. It's pretty incredible that with just $10 you can provide 30 meals to a malnourished child. And you heard the doctors today, it's like magic. Turn them around from death's door, I'm not exaggerating when saying that, and put them back onto the road of being a healthy child again. That's priceless, you know, and that's definitely worth $10. If you do have a spare $10 or however much you want to donate, you can make a huge impact in a child's life. So I'm going to be leaving a link below, a custom link of mine, and you'll be able to read a bit more information and then donate if you choose to. Obviously, I'd be very grateful for that because I've seen firsthand children's lives being saved. This is the solution, and it works. South Sudan is an interesting country. Lovely people here. Very, very kind people. But obviously, there's the underlying darkness. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. We're going to a different part of the country. From what I've heard, it's going to be very heavy. Thank you so much for watching, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.